Let's do a comparison with Premier's new Parfait Plush to all of the other popular yarns. So Parfait Plush is a size 6, and it's kind of like a love child between Parfait Chunky, which is also a size 6, and Parfait XL, which is a size 7. So here's Parfait Chunky. Compared to Parfait Plush, it is much thinner, but it's pretty much the same consistency. I will say Parfait Plush seems a bit more stable and less likely to have fluffies. And here's Parfait XL. This is a size 7 chenille and the largest size that Premier offers. So here's the side by side with Parfait Plush. Parfait XL is definitely bigger. You can see that it is like the perfect in-between Parfait Chunky and Parfait XL. The perfect middle child. Let's compare it to Sweet Snuggles Light. I feel like Sweet Snuggles Light and Chenille Home Slim are going to be the most similar. So here's the side by side. I will say Sweet Snuggles Light is ever so slightly thinner than Parfait Plush, but you probably could get away with intermixing them. Now let's compare it to Bernat Blanket yarn. Here is the comparison. I will say Parfait Plush is still ever so slightly bigger than Bernat Blanket, but again, if you wanted to intermix them, you probably could get away with it. Of course, Parfait Plush is chenille, whereas Bernat Blanket is blanket yarn, so they have a different texture. This is Premier Yarn's basic yarn. This is Premier's version of like a blanket yarn. Here is the side by side with Parfait Plush. Again, just feeling Parfait Plush. Parfait Plush is a bit more like thicker, just ever so slightly though. Now let's compare it to Cozy Cub by Loops and Thread. This used to be Joanne Baby Bear. So here's the side by side. Parfait Plush is definitely bigger. I will say that Cozy Cub is more closer to Parfait Chunky. Let's compare it now to Zaddy Crafts. So here's the side by side with Zaddy Crafts. I will say Zaddy Crafts is closer to Parfait Chunky size, so of course Parfait Plush is much bigger. And lastly, let's compare it to Loops and Thread Posh Pearl. This used to be Joanne Big Twist Posh. Posh Pearl is a size 5, so it will be significantly smaller, but let's just see the side by side. Okay, here you go. And as you can see, Posh Pearl is going to be way thinner than Parfait Chunky as well, but it is definitely way thinner than Parfait Plush. I'm gonna do a full review on my YouTube, but right off the bat, I feel like Parfait Plush is the perfect in-between between Parfait Chunky and Parfait XL, especially if you're a fan of Sweet Snuggles Light, Chenille Home. Like Parfait Plush will definitely be a great substitute. And I also love how many colors are available. So yeah, definitely check out this yarn and be sure to check out my channel for the full review.